Third graders, have you ever forgotten something? Well, your teachers kind of skipped over this lesson 8.4. That was an accident. So here is a video to help you go through it. It's not, hopefully, a new concept, and you do not have to turn anything in. And if you do need help, we have tutoring Mondays and Thursdays for math with Mrs. Powell, and you always can ask any of your teachers. We are going to go over in this video lesson 8.4. We're on page 333, fractions of a whole. The essential question, how does a fraction name part of a whole? All right, we're going to unlock the problem. The first pizzeria in America opened in New York in 1905. The pizza recipe came from Italy. Look at Italy's flag. What fraction of the flag is not red? We're going to name equal parts of a whole. A fraction can name more than one equal part of a whole. Now the flag is divided into 3 equal parts, and 2 parts are not red. 2 parts not red over the 3 equal parts in all are numerator over the denominator. Numerator
over denominator.
Right? Numerator is high and on top.
Denominator is low and on the bottom.
So 2 parts are not red. Green and white are not red. So they are the 2 parts on top that we're talking about. And the 3 total parts, the 3 equal parts. There's 1 part, 2 part, 3 equal parts. Okay? We read it 2/3 or 2 parts out of 3 equal parts. We write 2 over 3. So 2/3 of the flag is not red. Now here's a math idea. When all the parts are shaded, one whole shape is equal to all of its parts. It represents the whole number 1, right? If we were saying how many parts are red, white, or green on the Italian flag, we would say, 3/3. 3 out of the 3 parts are red, white, or green. So 3/3 equals 1 whole. Anytime the numerator
is the same as the denominator,
anytime those equal 1. This also equals 1. 101 over 101. If I had a pizza divided into 101 pieces, and I said, I'm going to share this pizza evenly with 101 friends, it would be 1 pizza I'm talking about, 1 whole. All right, we've got some vocabulary here. The numerator tells how many parts are being counted. The denominator tells how many equal parts are in the whole or in the group. Now you can count equal parts such as 6 to make a whole. 1 part, 1/6. We write 1/6. 2 parts, 2 1/6 parts are 2/6. 3 parts, 3 1/6 parts is 3/6. Here we've got 4 1/6 parts. So our numerator is 4 because we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, right? 5 1/6 parts, our numerator, our top number, is 5. And when we're talking about the whole thing, all 6 of the 1/6 parts, our numerator is the same as our denominator, 6/6. Now 6/6 equals 1 whole or the whole thing. So you can see that we're talking about that whole thing. Now I am also sharing a slideshow with you guys that has the answers. And so if you get stuck on any of these pages, you can come back and take a look at those answers. And you can pause the video right here and try to zoom in. Okay? All right, here we go. We're going to go on to page 334. Page 334. We're going to try this. Write the missing word or number to name the shaded part. Now, it's a little tougher to see on the video what's shaded, so I'm just going to darken it a little bit, but hopefully on your actual paper you can see it. We've got 2/6, so we're going to write the word 2, T-W-O. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you see we've got 5 out of 8. 5 are shaded, 3 are not. 5/8. So we're going to write the number 5 because that is what's missing. Here, it's really hard to see on the video, at least on my end, But hopefully this helps you really see that 2 out of the 3, 2/3 are shaded, and the numerator was missing on top. The 2 shaded parts are represented by 2. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6 or 1 whole. 6, 6 or 1 whole. All right, pause that if you want to think about it for a moment. Now, share and show. I am going to be asking that you guys do this work and check your answers, all right? So you're going to shade 2 parts out of 8 equal parts. So you can shade any 2 parts. And then you're going to write a fraction in words and in numbers to name the shaded part. Now remember, think each part is 1/8. So you can shade any 2 you want. I'm going to shade my 2. You can shade your 2 and see if yours, see if yours are the same 2 that I shaded. Maybe not. It's probably not likely. And then you're going to have to write the word and the fraction. Did you do something like that? You could shade any 2 of the 1/8 pieces, but you do need to write 2/8 and 2/8. All right, here we go. We're going to write the fraction that names each part and write a fraction in words and in numbers to name the shaded part. I'm going to really highlight these shaded parts, and I'll do all of that shading right now. And then I'm going to ask that you don't look as I do my work and you do your work. Pause if you need to, because this is a good chance to practice. This should not be brand new, a brand new concept. It should be a bit of review. Okay? So I'm going to go and put my numbers. Did you get yours? 2/4, 2/4. All right. Try to write your fraction, your part over your whole, and the word form. Okay. I did make a mistake. I wrote 2 at first, but it's 3/6. All right. And take a look. Write your fraction. And then write your word form. All right. And you know what? I put little dashes, little hyphens there. I don't think you need the hyphens. Sorry if that was confusing to you. Here we go. If you want to see the whole page, it will be on the second page. You can double check me. That's always good. All right. Oh, I'm showing you the next page. Yikes, a Rama. All right. We're going to go to the on your own. You guys got a sneak peek. Did I do that right? Yeah. On your own. Okay. Sneak peek. I want you guys to try these. Okay. Pause your video, do your work, and then check. All right. You're not turning anything in for this lesson. So really just try to challenge yourself to make sure you understand it. For 5 through 10, you're going to write the fraction that names each part. Write a fraction in words and in numbers to name the shaded part. This part on page 335 is just like what we did down here. Okay, the fraction part and the word part. So you'll do that for 5 through 10. 6 problems to practice. And then down here, you're actually going to shade the fraction circle to model the fraction and then write the fraction in numbers. I'll do one of these for you. So I'll do this one because it's a little easier and won't take me as long to do 3/4. I already know that fraction is going to look like 3/4. And then I have to do the shading. 3 of them. Any 3, right? It doesn't matter which 3. It just matters that you shade 3 of the 4. All right, so do the other 5 of those. And then you can check your answers. So pause, do your work. And then I will now leave this up here. Okay, and you can check your answers to see how you did. And here we go. We're going to go onto the back here. We don't normally get here. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I will read through these and I will give you the answers if you would like to work on them on your own. Use the diagrams for 17 and 18. These are the diagrams. You see there's 3 different kinds of pizzas: pepperoni, cheese, and veggie. So Mrs. Ormond ordered pizza. Each pizza had 8 equal slices. What fraction of the pepperoni pizza was eaten? What fraction of the cheese pizza is left? So pay attention. Pepperoni, what part was eaten? And cheese, what part is left? Number 18 says, pose a problem. Use the picture of the veggie pizza to write a problem that includes a fraction and solve your problem. You get to be creative and write your own problem using the veggie pizza as your guide. Just like they wrote a problem for 17 about the pepperoni and the cheese, you can write your own problem about the veggie pizza, okay, using a fraction. For number 19, verifying the reasoning of others. This is a great critical thinking skill, something mathematicians do, IB learners do, just humans in general. You're thinking all the time. Do I agree with that perspective? Do I not agree with that perspective? Is that person right? I don't know. I think I'm right because, or I think they're wrong because. And so we're going to verify the reasoning of others. We're going to check if they're correct. Kate says that 2/4 of the rectangle is shaded. Describe her error. So she did make a mistake. Use the model to write the correct fraction for the shaded part. And so here are her shaded parts. It's hard to see in the video. And I will actually make them 2 different colors so it's a little easier for you to see. Those are the 2 parts that are shaded, and then I think you can clearly see the parts that are not shaded. So you're going to use this model to correct the fraction for the part that's shaded, right? All right. And then down here in number 20, select a numerator and a denominator for the fraction that names the shaded part of the shape. So for this shape, what would be the numerator? The numerator.
What would be the denominator? The denominator.
Okay, it's a weird looking multiple choice question. All right, so pause and do your work on this part if you would like. This is page 336. You don't have to turn this in. This is just to challenge yourself. So pause, do your work, and I'm about to share the answers in 3, 2, 1. Oh, whoops. I had those pages out of order. Guys, this is the last minute. All right, so here's your answers. And these 18 and 19 will vary a little bit, but there's some examples for you. All right, if you do want to do any extra practice, if you love fractions, I know I heard from some of my students they love fractions, you can definitely do any of the gray pages from 336A and 336B. And I did include in this here, it's a little blurry, I know, but I think you can figure it out, the answers. All right. So thanks for being flexible, patient, and enjoy 8.5 with Ms. Steinley today.